That's been stuck in my head since I saw an article they're doing a Wicked movie. I don't know why it's stuck in my head.
A reason for it. For some reason, I got the Pink Panther theme stuck in my head. Totally random. In my,
well, it makes more sense because the pictures from the set leaked of both characters of Ariana Grande, and that probably, yeah.
Hey, and welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host, as always. Well, we just went off rails even at the start of the show.
But next.
Anyways, I am joined by our wannabe Mando, the beanied one, Gerard Barra.
This is the way.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can't be a man. You can't be a Mandalorian because you take your helmet off all the time, sir.
Oh, I'm not part of the Death Watch. I'm the other sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I take the way.
All right.
Yeah. But there's no way I could do that.
He's a spy night owl. Anyways,
yeah, I'll take it.
Also joined by our Hawkeye, fresh off of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Babyface one, Theo Wolski.
What is up, everybody? So I feel like sometimes when we start our shows off the rails, we need like a sponsor for ADD meds because I feel like we're poster boys for that.
Or some kind of like a infomercial contraption.
Random, and then like boom, focus, action.
Yeah.
And then lastly, the man with the couch, the maitre d' of services, our version of Kenobi, the Lion's Mane, Jason Belidio.
Hello there.
Yes. How's it going, guys? How's it going tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome back, by the way.
You know what I just imagined right there? I
I
imagine Jason in his Jedi robes and like a cool sliding door opens and his first response
going,
hello there.
Yes.
Hello there.
Right on.
No. Mama, that's it.
Sup, peeps.
Or sup, man.
Yeah, just so non-Jedi, like, sup.
What it do? What it do?
So it'd be so funny.
So to kind of give everyone an insight, kind of we're gonna judging by the opening, we're gonna be doing a little Star Wars talk tonight because of Star Wars Celebration 2023 did happen. We couldn't talk about it last week because we had Eric Monticelli from Marvel and Drew Creasman on to talk MLB The Show and whatnot. So we're gonna catch up on Star Wars Celebration, give our thoughts on the Mario movie, and talk about the other Nintendo bomb that dropped, which was they're doing Nintendo Live in Seattle in September. So we're going to talk all that tonight. So real quick, let's catch up. Theo, how'd you do?
Yeah. How'd you do, bro?
I
What's up, y'all?
did okay, but I did not qualify for eliminations round. So, but
Okay.
I take it as okay because Arizona is always the hardest one because being in Colorado, we never get to train. Like I got to shoot at 70 meters the weekend before I left for the first time in this entire season.
Because we have freak weather here.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
It wasn't too bad, but
Homer.
we'll I'm going to end up counting it as my throwaway out of the 5 this year. I get one throwaway.
All right.
See, and I hate you because while I'm sitting here watching out the window of it snowing, you're sitting there texting me pictures going, hey, look, it's like 80 degrees.
not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah,
anything.
about right.
Yeah, it's
However,
like
the very next day,
wonderful 60s out right now. It's amazing.
Very solid.
Exactly.
Sun was out a little bit today.
But at least you know what 60s is good because the people that are used to Arizona or Florida in particular with some of my teammates, it was on Saturday morning, it was like 65 degrees and a little bit of a breeze. Felt so good to me. However, everybody was bundled up. My coach had shorts, pants, shirt, vest, and jacket all on, and was still a little nippy.
I mean, like,
well, I mean,
on,
in all fairness, 60 in Arizona, in where you were at like the desert-ish part, is it can feel a little chilly to people that aren't, from altitude.
I would still wear shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's not like it's too bad.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
I'm
it's
still
not-
waiting
Jerry
for the
would've
day I get
been-
to see you in shorts, cardigan, and beanie.
Yep.
Nah, it's still
Yeah,
we all
pretty
know
much.
Pantsers.
That's
It's his
exactly.
MO.
That's exactly.
It doesn't matter what it is. There's a cardigan. So,
Yeah.
and I'm glad we got Theo back because then we can have a real outro to this show. Because
oh,
Jerry
man.
couldn't
Oh,
do it
dude,
again last week.
I butchered it again. I
Oh.
butchered
Oh,
it again.
no.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
Don't
did.
worry, I'll record it,
left.
and then you
I
can
was
use it as a
That's why we
soundbite.
missed you. Yeah, that's why we missed you. It was just like, yeah, I screwed it up. Yep.
He didn't even have the same letters.
Yeah,
He just
like-
went off the rail. He just went like, yeah.
he
you know
even
what?
said,
Fuck.
I did.
TTFN, and they came out of some weird, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
back to normal.
It
on
was
that.
so funny. It was like, oh, see,
Anyway,
this is why we
let's-
need Theo. We need Theo.
Now I'm just imagining him like TTTFN. This is the way.
Not even.
something
Not
like
even.
that.
So let's get to it. I mean, there's a lot to unpack over the last 2 weeks. The only news I will talk about from the House of Mouse that Jason will hate real
Wait,
quick.
hold on.
Because
Hold on.
what?
If it's something I'll hate, that means they're gonna have something new with Marvel. So they're adding what?
That's
four
what
new
exactly
shows?
what I was thinking.
No.
Four new shows?
So no,
Three
it's
new
not even
shows,
that.
Sorry.
They may have to rewrite part of the whole storyline for the MCU.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Yeah.
not. I mean, but it's serious.
It's
though,
not
because-
surprising, especially since they're doing the multiverse saga. So they're opened it up for them to
Well,
rewrite the entire
not
thing.
surprised.
Well, it's either
Well-
that or they're gonna have to recast. The character of Kang possibly.
I'm
because-
not
With
surprised
everything
at the
going-
same
Oh,
time,
because
too,
of the
like,
false
because of
report.
everything going on. Yeah.
Well,
But-
apparently, that's what I thought. I thought it was a false report too. I thought it was squashed, but apparently more is going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I didn't know there was
he's
more.
got a trial date
Yeah.
of May 8th. His PR company dropped him today or yesterday rather. So
Wow.
now
So there's more to
With
the
that-
story, I guess, dude.
yeah, so there's more
I
to
would
it.
think.
Like I was talking to Jerry earlier. I was like, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? It's not always, not completely one side or the other. But Jerry, I saw this and I want to get your opinion before we move down to Star Wars because he is an alum of Star Wars. Some people are suggesting to recast Jonathan Majors and replace him with John Boyega.
John Boyega. Oh, I already was picturing that. The moment you were like, you said, I was like, that's. Could they? That would be
But
great. I think that's a great idea. I think it's a super redeeming like
I
move
don't think
on
John Boyega
Disney's
could
part.
do it the same way, though.
No, but
I think
I
I think
bring
John
his
could
own
be
touch to it.
intense, but I think he would be more of that feelings out on your sleeves, angry, rather than like King
So-
that we've known now is like really
So
bottled up.
that
like,
performance, the more
maniacal.
the more reserved,
Yeah.
like more thought provoking Jonathan Majors performance, which was amazing and what got me excited. But yes, I think for the character of the Conqueror, I think will be his biggest test. Where I wouldn't worry is where I think he could definitely play the caricatures of Kang
Mhm.
in the because he's
Yeah.
supposed to be, I guess, in
I mean, he does have a good
Moon
range.
Knight. He's
Yep.
supposed to be the Egyptian Kang in Moon Knight. He's the big bad in that. I can totally see him in those roles.
Mhm.
But the Conqueror, that's where I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because Jonathan Majors played it like he was a king, he was a god. He played it like that's why he was reserved. He barely lifted his hands, he lifted his fingers because that's all he needed to do. He brought that so to life where that's what excited me about him being in that role. But yeah, it's just so unfortunate. So if I think Boyega is a great idea, I think it would be a great challenge for him, and also a nice like gesture between Disney and
Mhm.
Boyega, since he was kind of done dirty in the Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, it's okay
Oh
though, man.
no,
Like,
dude, he was
it's
done dirty in Star Wars, bro. Like,
Jason is just living
Just-
up the
hey,
fact that
you
they're
know
having
what?
chaos in the
It's-
Marvel universe.
it's gonna postpone phase 53, you know, for
you're so
Marvel. So
annoying.
like,
You're so
it's
annoying.
Jason, no. Jason,
actually, you
it's
know what? This is
phase
all gonna turn around.
66.
This is
Phase 66.
This is all gonna like come back around. They're gonna be like, you know what? We
Ew.
gotta find a way. And you know what? It's all a dream. It's all multiverse.
Oh
That's
my
it,
god,
like-
you're so annoying.
Like they're gonna be like, oh, you know what?
Jason,
Like throw in two
hold on,
lines and
hold
be
on.
like, hey,
Jason,
that was a different universe, bro.
red pill or blue pill?
That's it. And they're just like, oh yeah,
We'll go
exactly.
Matrix
They're
on
gonna be like, yo,
So
go be a
Jason,
new
you'll like
universe.
this tweet regarding Jonathan Majors.
Oh
Says
no.
breaking news: Jonathan Majors dropped from Costco membership.
Oh, shit. That's messed up.
all right, let's
Oh,
talk
man.
about orders. Let's
I
talk
like.
about
I hope everything works out for him, because I really do
Yeah.
like him, and I think he's a great talent.
Yeah,
So,
and he's
and
I
just-
love
just wanna
seeing
say
his
his-
interactions among
Mhm.
the Screen Actors Guild, because like he's so humble and so down to earth with
Yeah.
everybody that he's talking to.
Um,
So
Just
Yeah.
want to put it out there, though. We believe that everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Just
Mhm.
put it
Yeah.
out there.
So-
So let's see what
Good,
happens. But let's
good
talk,
vibes out to you, Jonathan Majors. Hope everything works out, and hope everything
but
comes
let's,
out, and the truth comes to light.
either way, just
Yeah.
let the truth come out, and everyone can make their judgment after the fact. So with that, let's talk Order 66, the Emperor, and Star Wars Celebration. So Celebration 2023 was in London. They had quite a few announcements over there
yeah.
and panels and whatnot.
Theo,
So
our wife is back, bro.
I saw.
Our wife's
all
is
right.
back.
So yeah.
I was so
Anyway,
happy.
we're getting
She
we're
looked
getting
great,
3 movies.
man. She looked great.
Would you just let us get through the
I love you.
announcement?
They're like,
All
oh,
right.
I'm sorry, dude. Daisy Ridley. Oh,
I mean,
Do I need
it's,
to-
it's all right,
Okay.
Jerry. Go off screen, whack one
All
out. and
right.
come
I
back.
gotta. I just gotta. I gotta pat
Do I need to
myself.
quote?
Like,
Do I need to
she's
quote
gorgeous.
fanboys right now? Wakey. Anyways, so we're getting 3 movies. As Jerry just alluded to, one of those 3 is going to be directed by Serene Obaid Chinoy, and it'll be about Rey 15 years after Rise of Skywalker, where she's trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. That may be the movie that gets John Boyega back into the Star Wars universe. He's already said he was kind of fed up with it, and he didn't want to be quote unquote Disney Plus. So I can see maybe if you give him a movie and you make Finn a freaking Jedi like he should have been in the first place,
They made
might
him
get
too
him back.
plucky in the other movies. He was way too plucky.
they made
Yeah,
him the
well, yeah.
like sidekick.
You
know?
the plucky sidekick. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So we're also going to get James Mangold is going to direct a movie about the dawn of the Jedi. So going back to the very, very beginning, back before the Old Republic.
That's right. I think it's the golden age.
Yep.
Yeah.
Golden Age. And then Dave Filoni, showrunner
Yep.
for The Mandalorian, is going to be doing a movie that will tie up the Mando universe. So Ahsoka and Mandalorian, Book of Boba, and all that into a movie and end things there.
Smart. I think that's smart. Whereas
Speaking-
like other networks have done like, oh, let's do seasons of tons of crossovers in order to try to
Yep.
narrow it down. Arrowverse
Bad
will
Batch.
continue.
Yep.
Right. Oh, agreed. Terrible.
Which Crisis on Infinite Earth are we talking about?
Oh God.
Exactly.
So
went off
Bad
the
Batch.
rails so quick.
Bad Batch is going to be ending next year, so it's going to get one more season.
That's right.
Okay.
Visions is getting volume 2, which
That's
was a
right.
short-
Interesting.
And they got a sneak peek trailer at the
Yes.
celebration.
They got some Skeleton Crew announcements, including Bryce Dallas Howard is going to direct an episode
Oh, yeah.
for it. We know The Acolyte is coming to Disney Plus in 2024.
Oh man, the cast
Um,
already is looking good on that
yep.
too.
Andor is
X-23 apparently is the actress who was X-23 is apparently a Jedi.
Yep.
Or like
Oh,
Jedi S or
Andor.
something.
Andor is getting season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
We got the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny trailer, which Disney has come out and confirmed this is the last movie for Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones.
Ugh. I'm still skeptical about that movie, but I am going to see it, guaranteed.
Oh, I'll
But,
go see it, absolutely.
man.
But
I'm just hoping, man.
can it just be better than Crystal Skull? Just
Yeah, and then
Anything is
after
better.
that, just let it lie. Just like
yeah.
yeah.
And then finally we got the Ahsoka trailer,
Oh yeah.
and we do know that Natasha Liu Bordizzo is going to be Sabine.
Yep.
And we have seen her wield Ezra's lightsaber. Iman Esfandi is going to be Ezra, so we know he's going to be around for
We're gonna
this.
see him.
Hera is going to be played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Such good
So
casting.
we
too.
are pretty much
She's going to be great.
We are getting Rebels. We are getting the cast of Rebels.
We already had Zeb. We already had Zeb, baby.
Which there's rumors that may be around for tomorrow. As we record this, tomorrow is Wednesday. The season finale of Mandalorian is tomorrow.
Man.
Zeb,
Wow.
there's rumor that Zeb could show up. I mean, who knows who's going to show up with this.
Yeah,
but
Favreau did say this last episode was going to be big.
They've all said it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So Favreau's going to do something to the Star Wars universe that I know. It's basically going to be like a Death Star where a million voices cried out in pain and then we're suddenly silenced. But they also did announce that Thrawn is going to be the big bad.
Oh, okay.
And Lars Mikkelsen, the actual voice actor for Thrawn in Rebels, is reprising his role. At this point, Lucasfilm and Disney, just fix your screw up and give us Heir to the Empire. You've already referenced it. Now just give it to us. Give us Heir to the Empire. That trilogy, Lucasfilm, thank you, Kathleen Kennedy, went and made it part of the Legacy Collection, which is no longer canon. But they've done their best to bring it back and be canon in some way, shape, or form. So
that's kind of what they've been doing with a lot of the old lore too. So I mean, don't count it out, dude. Who knows?
But that book series is an amazing trilogy. Setting aside being a Star Wars fan, it was well written, well paced. It continued the story very, very well. So, and then he knows his stuff for Star Wars. So, all right. 3 of us have seen Mario now. Jason,
yes.
You slacker. But I understand, Jason.
Personally, I care not to see this. Like,
I knew you wouldn't see it. I knew you wouldn't care to, or pay the money to go see it.
More of that, but I mean, I just really can't. Like,
if it tells you anything for how skeptical I was going in, I primarily chose to go see it to avoid spending time with my aunt.
Shots fired on that one, man. I don't know, man. That's kind of rough.
Wow. Deep cut. I mean, yeah, you want to go, Matt?
Okay, so
I'll let you guys go first.
I just want to put this out there. Since it opened just a little about 2 weeks ago, that thing made $693 million.
Oh
yeah, it's definitely top in the charts.
It took out Frozen,
but there is also a reason for that.
What else is there to watch right now?
Again,
Dungeons and Dragons,
exactly.
which was another movie I watched.
Dungeons and Dragons, the John Wick
one, yeah.
Creed 3,
Air, Creed 3
Yeah,
still.
but I mean, those have been out for
Shazam
how
if you
long?
really wanted
you know?
to.
Yeah, Shazam.
Those have been
Which
out for
Shazam
how
is still
long?
in theaters.
Yeah.
But also everything that there is a reason why
Okay.
that has happened also.
So let's
Comparing
talk
it to the
about
movies that are out, there is still a reason for it.
this. Well, it's Mario. I mean, it's just it.
Not
but,
just Mario, but
No,
like
um,
if you have seen the movie and
Mhm.
give it the fact that it's Mario, this was made for kids.
Oh, it was.
And the kids market is all you always have to double it because you always have to account for the parents. So this was seriously based.
We had,
towards
but there was
kids.
enough nostalgia to sprinkled in, for those that grew up in the Nintendo with Nintendo.
we
right?
we discussed that before. There's a lot of like a lot
So-
of the Easter eggs, Jason. You would
Hold on.
appreciate.
Theo's-
and you
I
would
feel like the
over-
two of you
hold on.
are like putting on the kid gloves right now and like not
Just
really
wait.
giving
Just wait.
because
just
I'm
wait.
going to tell you right
Oh,
now, this movie sucked.
Oh
Period.
yeah. No. But
Okay, hold on. Why did
base
it-
reason for it is that the reason it was pushed towards kids. It was purely for kids.
Theo was
It was
shaking his
not
head.
for fans. I
Mhm.
don't think it was for.
There was clearly so many opportunities. They could have still kept it for kids and made it amazing for the adults. There's so many opportunities.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'll name two primary ones.
Why?
Two primary ones. The fight with Donkey Kong could
Yeah.
have been easily Smash Bros.
Yep.
Easily Smash Bros. And you got this stupid thing with the power box, whatever. And
Mini
it was
mushroom.
just ridiculous. Yes, mini
Well, I
mushroom
mean,
and
the
everything.
giant reference to the original King Kong game or
Mm,
Donkey Kong game.
not even it did he barely even threw a barrel.
Totally true. Totally true.
Yeah, and
Totally
then-
agree.
And then to have you could have had Mario Kart be a competition, but no, it's a shortcut to back to the other world, and you have like 5-minute a scene of any kind of action and barely used the different kinds of things
Oh,
from
it was
Mario Kart.
quick. It was
Green
all
turtle
super
shell,
quick.
banana
Yeah.
peel.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say this.
And then the coup de grace with the blue shell, I was like, okay, that was funny, but
But at the same
Like,
time, the
yeah.
blue,
okay.
but the blue turtle
Yeah.
shell wrecks everybody. So, but my wife pointed out though when he threw the blue shell, it should have hit Peach because she was in first place, but it hit
right.
Mario instead. So they already broke the rules.
Well, but you can also argue the fact that technically they weren't in a race.
This is why I'm not.
It was a
planning on seeing
shortcut.
it, honestly. Like,
So
I hear it's not good as a. Like,
No,
a
dude. It
fan
was
movie, and it's
the
not good as
whole
a-
no, not great as a fan movie. The
Yeah.
whole story is all just formulaic, tightly done. Like I said, this is why I just reiterate, dude, it's a straight kids movie. It wasn't. That's why like you like Despicable Me, I would say that's for kids and adults. It was written well. It's the there's character development in it. There's nothing in the Mario movie.
But I feel like
it
you
was-
just made me more sad in
Yeah, no.
agreement that the
Totally.
Minions movies still same production company with Illumination, way better than Mario
Mhm.
Brothers.
To an
Like they
extent,
know
yeah.
they
And
know
they-
what they need to be able to do in order to make a good movie, but they didn't do it.
It just
And
sucks because this
it was too
like
short.
we
it
said,
was too
this-
short.
it's a first movie. You have to
Well,
establish
since it is a
something.
kids movie, you got to do 90 minutes. If you did longer
Yeah.
than 90 minutes for kids, they're just
Um,
like asleep.
So here's my thoughts. I had fun with it, but a lot of it was just watching, from a kid's perspective because the kids were laughing and enjoying it and whatnot. But I thought Chris Pratt did all right as Mario. However, that being
because at least they quickly removed the fact that he does not normally talk like
the plumber
in that accent and everything.
They-
but I
they
mean, at
covered
least
it
that
up.
helped with it a little bit.
But I
Yeah, the
still
whole
would have
New
loved
York
to see
thing,
Charles
yeah.
I still will have seen Charles Martinet as Mario because he plays the dad and he has multiple lines. So we know he could have done it.
But he
and
also
then for me-
not only the dad, he did those little voiceovers with the guy that was playing the arcade
Jumpman guy?
after
Yeah.
the
Once
everybody
again,
was fine.
totally agreed at the beginning, even before the movie came out. But now that we see the result, he could have done that job. And all that money that you paid to this big star,
Chris Pratt.
it went to more writers.
And I think the same. I think the same could be said that, I mean, yes, part of me is just a tiny bit biased because we know them, but I think Samantha Kelly could have done just as good as Peach. And honestly, I think probably might have been better. But overall, like Charlie Day was fantastic as Luigi. Like, I want a Luigi's Mansion. Give me
was
a good
another opportunity
Luigi's
that
Mansion.
completely missed.
Well, that was
out
the
of.
other thing. A giant portion of the movie was setting up. You know, they totally set up Donkey Kong for his own franchise. They alluded to Luigi's Mansion, those few scenes, and like with the bats and the flashlight, obviously. But once again, they decided to go that route instead of having more of a stronger story.
And then for me,
it's a cash. I mean, let's face it, the movie was a cash grab. They just
no doubt. No
they just
doubt.
had, you know, the Mario theme park in Universal.
Open. Yeah.
The movie was on its way. Like, this was timed very perfectly, obviously. It was a cash grab.
I thought the story overall was good, but there's so many parts that they either rushed or did it wrong.
No, for me, it was so choppy that, like, and that's why I say it was so formulaic to where, like, you could guess what's
for kids
really going to happen next.
Yeah.
That's why it was a good kids movie. But it was a kids movie.
And then my hot take that I'm already getting heat a little bit from a couple people that I know on Twitter and stuff is that
I have a hot take for you.
I was not a fan of Jack Black. I was not a fan of Jack Black. And I think they Jack Blacked Bowser in terms of meaning, like, he always has some part of one of his movies where he's just a total over the top goofball. And they kind of did that to Bowser. And especially with doing that Peaches song, like right smack dab in the middle, I think that's fine for doing it as an end credit, you know, kind of little thing in the middle, but doing it in the middle of the movie kind of threw it off. And to me, like, there was parts where Bowser came off as a complete goof instead of the menace that we've all grown up with.
I thought he came off as complete creep and stalker.
And so I think, honestly, from a voicing perspective, I would have loved to have still seen Kenny do Bowser for it. They've been doing it for so long. I thought I think they deserved it, and it deserved the shot at least to do it. And then the other part I didn't care for is the suicidal star.
Oh, yeah.
The little blue star from Mario Galaxy, where he's just sitting there like, saying, I just want to die.
He's just completely depressed, and there's just like in this delusion.
I just want to die. Yeah.
It's like, you have no hope. You're just going to die. Just wait to die.
Whether in jail. I would say this.
Like,
I actually kind of like it because I thought it was a little offbeat to where, like, okay, this
what
kind of, well, like, it was the only thing was like everything was kids, and then this was like, it's just kind of out of left field.
It was just so creepy that he did it with a smile on his face. Is another thing. Like,
it was super creepy.
Like,
it was
truly
like,
depressed, and
we're gonna get we're stuck here.
Hope. Like, there's nothing we can do.
I think it was an overcorrection of a joke where it was supposed to be like super funny, ironic, because it was a star.
I feel like you just phrased it the best thing to describe this movie.
Yeah. No,
but I think they went
like,
too,
it was an overcorrection.
like, creepy with the dialogue for that star. Like, it went like dark, like creepy dark, where like it kind of, once again, it put me out of the movie because we've discussed this before too, Matt, was, you know, I think Jack Black did what Jack Black does for these types of movies. But
I'm not a fan of it.
I would have been more of a fan if he stuck to just being dark and like actually a little bit creepy with the stalkerish things. I agree, it was a little stalkery, but I mean, once again, we don't really know how these characters act because they don't have a backstory really. So I thought I thought that was different. But the song put me out of the movie again, where it was just like, okay, they gave Jack Black a shtick, like his shtick.
Yeah. And to
say
Jack Black's defense, like I definitely think a matter of the writing kind of helped ruin that too. Because like if the writing stayed the same type of feel with how the movie began when he's attacking that penguin castle,
that was perfect.
That would have been perfect for the entire movie.
Yeah, because he had moments in the movie, even like with his voice, like yeah, you're like like if this was done a bit stronger, like I mean, like you'd be menacing, but like no, I agree. It may once again it's a shot to the writing, but I don't know. I will say I kind of like Jack Black as but stop giving him a shtick. Like just like have him be the character. When he's focused on the character, that's when he's like boom. That's when I think that's how he brought to life that character.
To your point, Jerry, I think, and Theo, right? If he was kept as the Bowser from the beginning of the movie, right, when he's attacking the Penguin Capital, and he's that menacing of a voice, right? His voice was fine for it. You do that along with maybe a little bit of the as we put it, the stalkerish part, right? Where he's got that obsession that he needs to marry Peach to take over the Mushroom Kingdom and all that.
Maybe we shouldn't say so stalkery, but maybe more of an obsession to where like
whatever you want to call it, right?
I can take everything over.
Well, but I mean, like we've seen that story before. Where we've seen this like it's a forced marriage rather than like, oh my God, I need to ask her to marry me.
And that's
like,
what Odyssey was. It was a forced. Yeah. But I think ultimately for me, before we get Theo's hot take, I think for me, for kids, I recommend taking your kids to go see it if they love Nintendo and they love Mario.
Absolutely.
They will straight up enjoy it. My kids were laughing and enjoying it, having a blast with it. Me as an adult, if you're going to see it as an adult, maybe just pick it up on streaming or something. I mean,
yes, it isn't strong.
Which I am planning on doing as soon as it comes out on whatever platform it's coming out on.
Yeah.
Like it's not one of mine where it's like, oh, I need to see this right away because it's just none of it felt good.
And I can't fanboy it. I can't.
Yeah, I don't have enough fanboy.
I love Nintendo. But I cannot be, like we're fair and balanced. We take everybody to the mat when it needs to happen.
Like I said, I enjoyed it.
At least
I thought it was very entertaining. But once again, it was a kid's movie. And that's why I think we need to reiterate and be clear that as a fan, this movie was not great. It was not.
Right, so real quick, I'm going to take one shot before I get Theo's final hot take on this.
Yeah.
It was still better than the movie in the 90s.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But no, man. I still applaud. I still applaud that movie, man. I enjoyed that movie.
It was better than the movie you can't find anywhere anymore.
No, man, it was unique. It had its charm. It had its charm, dude.
It definitely had like what it could do at the time.
Yeah.
My final hot take is that the dog from the plumbing, their first plumbing job, was the best character in the entire movie.
That one did give me the biggest laughs.
Real quick.
And it said the least.
I saw the dog and I was just waiting. I was thinking Doug from Up.
Doug.
Oh, Squirrel. Yeah.
Squirrel.
It did look like him.
All right.
All right.
So let's talk some gaming news really quick. So news came out for the much anticipated Xbox release of Redfall, which is one of two titles that everybody's waiting for out of that Bethesda merger.
Which did look interesting.
It is going to launch at 30 frames per second.
Bethesda, man.
And
you just can't break,
you're
bro.
gonna get 60 frames later on in an update.
30 frames per second.
Not even a
like,
solid, not even a solid date.
Are we playing super hot? What the hell, guys? Like,
Wow.
come on, Bethesda.
Well,
Like-
to be perfectly honest, 30 without knowing it, especially if you don't have a PS5, 30 frames isn't actually that bad.
Excuse me,
Like,
but
majority-
how do you not shoot
Majority
it
of
as
cutscenes,
5?
majority
I'm
of
just kidding.
cutscenes in video games are 30 frames per second.
No, but for a shooter though, like,
You hate shooters. Why are you using shooters right now?
well, no, I'm just
But no, that's
I'm
the
just
point,
hating
though.
it.
It's
I'm like in the age of 2023 now, where like literally
Yeah.
everything is so overpowered that it just makes retro games look like a joke.
Mhm.
Like how do you not get something up to maybe I'll take 45 frames per second, you know, like something where it's just like fast or like detailed enough that it's just going to be like, hey, like let's showcase this.
And how do you not have a PS5 by now?
Well,
I'm just kidding. Because you still
Um,
can't, because it's still hard to get one.
Food.
Says somebody who's
And,
rich.
and why are places still bundling
Mhm.
PS5s? Stop it. Let people just
Yes.
buy their consoles, please.
I think it's just
That was just a quick PSA.
people like
So-
performance, people like the and like was it the performance and the
Mhm.
full visualization
Oh, like the ray
the
tracing?
modes. Yeah, no, you know the modes that like people are like, oh, do you like the performance mode or the
Graphic.
graphic mode?
Oh,
There it
yeah.
is.
Yep.
On the,
So,
the HDR settings.
Real quick, guys. Before we start talking about Nintendo Live, dude, news. There's some stuff that Nintendo just tweeted out.
Oh,
Yeah, like they just announced it. So, as recording folks, you know, I still constantly look at Twitter and stuff like that on our things. So, so they just announced that 4 Sega games just got added to Switch Online. They're adding Pulseman, Kid Chameleon, Flicky, and Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition.
Million.
Oh.
That's my jam.
You know, and
Sega,
then they're
I want Vector Man.
dude, Vector Man was so much fun.
That was fun.
So let's, and then I'm just going to throw my Twitter account up here really quick. But they also just announced that there's more amiibos coming for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which has
Look at those
expansion coming out.
Gorgeous
Those are
amiibos.
gorgeous.
Yeah, those are nice.
Those
amiibos.
are super gorgeous amiibos.
Cool.
So that's for Pyra and Mithra. And then also, and those are coming out.
What
July
franchise is that for, though?
21st. This is Xenoblade.
Xenoblade.
Chronicle 3. Yep. And then Noah and Mio are getting amiibos. Those are on their way. And then they're also going to have a Indie World mini direct tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be roughly about 20 minutes for indie games on the Switch. So,
Sweet.
Jason, here you go.
Yeah.
Just so you can see you got Flicky, Kid Chameleon, Pulse Man, and then of course Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Yep. So
Oh, look at
you know what? Nintendo's just doing their own thing right now. That's just, and let's talk about that, because so we all know, we've talked at length about the demise of E3, and Nintendo had said the whole reason they weren't going to do E3 is because they didn't have anything to talk about. Now, I could possibly believe that of not having anything around third quarter to really bring out or anything like that. However, that being said, Nintendo went and dropped this bomb. And they're doing their own E3, essentially. So they are doing Nintendo Live 2023 in September up in Seattle, which for those that don't know, the Nintendo America headquarters is in Redmond, which is just outside Seattle. So they are going to be doing kind of like a PlayStation experience almost, where they're going to have hands-on games. They're going to have a live stage. They're going to have photo ops. They're going to have tournaments.
Oh wow! So it's like
is
you can live
legit.
and go.
An
Like a
actual
little
event.
con, like a little actual.
Yes,
Like a
it is.
little Nintendo con.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So here's my thing. I want to go on record, and this is my prediction. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. It's Nintendo and how this whole Nintendo thing works. But I think they debut Switch 2 at Nintendo Live.
Oh, probably
Oh, to start out with a bang? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
for their very first live show. Yeah.
And this is just fits with how calculated they are. I mean, that's just perfect
Yeah.
timing. Absolutely. And
Because
is this technically coming out?
it's September. They haven't set the actual date for it.
Oh,
It's in
dude.
September in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So once September happens, they announce it. Announce
Yep.
when it's going to be able to be bought. Most likely holiday. Oh yeah. That's a good prediction.
I'm still guessing. I'm still going to put it at January, February, because that's still
Release?
within
No.
winter. Because you do it at the holidays, you are not going to have enough supply between that
Not
and
at
the
all.
Switch.
None at
You're
all.
not.
I mean, like
So-
they are learning.
That is true unless they are preparing for it, but
Well, no.
Well, they've been
I mean,
preparing it, but you're
honestly,
still
that
not
is
gonna.
true.
Remember,
Dude,
Dude, they won't
we-
keep up with the demand. No.
No.
But
No, it's impossible to keep up with the demand because of all the cyberbots. You know,
that's
we
a good
learned
yeah,
from the
that's-
PS5.
That's a good question though. That's a good question to ask is do we think it's going to come out holiday or like after holiday?
I
That's a
still
good
think
question.
after.
I'm thinking maybe after.
After. It's definitely after.
I don't think they would want to go for that quick buck because I think they would want to debut when on their terms, on Nintendo terms. So
It's
Yeah.
going to be after for sure because they can't. We can't have that
Right.
PS5 debacle all over again with Nintendo products. Like if Nintendo is going to come out with like let's
oh,
say
it'll go
four-
insane.
a five.
It'll go
Let's just give a round number and say $500. A $500 system.
I'm
you
guessing
know?
it'll probably be 4. I'm gonna guess 4 for it.
I'm just shooting an easy number to multiply.
Yeah.
You know? So
Mhm.
if it's a $500 system, resellers are going to go $2,000 easy.
Correct.
So Nintendo is still going to make 500, but there's going to be no units available on the market for holidays. For the holidays, think about that. So it's definitely after holidays. If anything, maybe even spring break. Like,
Well,
I'm
so
thinking April, May.
rumors, the rumors have been winter, and winter for their calendar, if I remember correctly, is December in through February.
Yeah, but I'm thinking even Q2
And
with, April, May.
we'll see. And then the rumors are it's also going to be on par power wise with the PS4 Pro. That's why I'm saying 400 for the console.
I just threw out a random number. Like it could have. There's no rhyme or reason right now.
PS4 Pro.
But-
okay, PS4 Pro.
So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
still
Yeah.
so, but you
Yeah.
predict it's still going to be under spec in comparison.
Well, it's going to be over spec for Nintendo, but it's going to be
Which
under
is already
specs-
over spec for Nintendo.
Well, no, but I think it's going to be under specs if you compare it to the PS5 and
But you're also
the-
thinking in
the
the
Xbox
reason
Series
that
X.
it's also going to upscale the original Switch games.
yeah, that's a thought. But it's going to be portable. And right now, even the what is it? The Steam Deck doesn't really do what a PS5
I also think they're going to
So-
continue with the docked and portable
Yes.
situation. I
You would
I don't
have
think they're gonna. Yeah, that's
You would
too
be
much of a
foolish.
good notion to have. Yeah,
Now, that being said,
good option.
it is Nintendo. Nintendo does weird things sometimes. Wii U.
Yeah.
But I think I still think with it being Switch 2, you're going to be dock and undock.
I think so, too.
All right.
I do feel they are probably going to be more streamlined or more seamless too, though. So I
do you
think
mean by more
Here's what I
seamless?
want. All right,
I'm
here's
thinking
my
I'm thinking a redesign of the Joy-Cons and the screen possibly. But but the games are still universal and you can use. But I think we'll see something different.
So this is what I want. I want a Switch 2 debut. Just show it off. Give us a ballpark date. You know, whether it's winter, it's 2020, whatever it is, right? I want Twilight Princess and I want Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. All just HDs. Just give us those. I want a Link Between Worlds. You can port that thing, but more importantly, I'm going to will this in existence just like I did with Metroid Prime. I want Prime 2 and 3 for holiday where they I don't care if you shadow drop them day one of, you know, Nintendo Live, but I want Prime 4. Like, give us a trailer, give us something. It has been a couple of years now. We're 3 years into the redevelopment cycle on Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
You probably have something by now. That's what I want.
Yeah. And if
fair.
it doesn't,
So-
I'm thinking we should come up with a little side bet of our own for 4 because we're getting up on years, kind of like
Lit.
We side betting
Oh,
something right
God.
now. I hear side bet.
yeah, I'm hearing side bet right now. I'm thinking side bet right now.
Shit. Why did I
Yeah.
have
Do
to
you want
open
to do
my
another
mouth on
dance
this one?
again?
I'm thinking some sort of. We got to think of some sort of.
Fuck.
I'm thinking Wednesday right now. That'd be
The
funny.
Wednesday dance.
Yeah.
Whoa,
The
whoa, whoa,
Wednesday
whoa.
dance.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
geez.
What?
That'd be funny. But well, yeah, we'll discuss that. There's
You
enough time. John.
suck.
We'll see.
'Cause
There's time.
I'm at this
There's
point-
time. There's time.
Yeah, if they don't announce
Yep.
it in September, dude, we're gonna talk. We're gonna do a side bet now.
Yep.
Ooh,
Anyways,
We got a couple
Jason,
months.
what you been playing?
yeah.
We got a couple months to think about that.
Yeah.
You know, I did get the April games, the Tales of Iron.
Okay.
I've
Oh,
been
nice.
actually enjoying that. It is very Sekiro-esque. So
Okay.
Oh.
I guess I might be done with my little hiatus of Bloodborne-esque of like Souls type games. Like I've been
That didn't
playing
last
it, and
long.
I remember I'm like, man, like the first night, I told my wife, I was like, oh my god, I'm having PTSD right now. Just straight like
well, dude, in a few months, get ready for Lies of P if you're gonna play that one. I'm gonna play that one.
I don't know. So I
What
but
is
yeah,
it?
I've been playing
What's it called?
Tales of Iron.
Lies of P. It's one of the same companies, but you're Pinocchio in like a
Hmm.
steampunk type world.
Yep.
Oh, I've seen the teaser
Yeah.
for that.
I
Okay.
Looks-
don't know. Maybe might not be for me. But yeah, so I just been playing that, watching her play Resident Evil. She's at the end right now. So
Nice.
it's just like a hop, skip, and a jump from finishing. And yeah, just
Wait.
work Tales of
go.
Iron.
Yeah.
I still need to find out and look through the comments to see what our viewers want me to play next. So I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
seen any comments about that yet,
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
well,
Hey, I'm
Still got time.
keep
We'll
myself
still-
busy. Keep myself busy. You know.
let's make Jason play Breath of the Wild.
Hell,
Um,
my wife will play that. My wife will play it, and I'll watch.
Theo, did you get any gaming in while you were off?
Definitely not while I was
traveling?
away.
Yeah.
No, not really. I've been falling behind. I've got like a lot of stuff I got to catch up within the Destiny 2 season and
Yeah.
everything. But there is a game that I do really want to try that I've been seeing ads for lately is Have a Good Death on Switch. Did you guys
What
heard
is
or
this?
tried that yet?
I have been seeing it around.
haven't
It's
seen it.
it looks good.
Yeah,
It
I want to give that
look
give
interesting.
that thing a shot. And I feel because like I like the art style, I like the concept. I think it's kind of funny and it
Ooh.
looks like it's actually pretty difficult too. So I want to give that a shot.
It is a roguelite.
That's
Sorry,
kind of
what?
funny you say indie.
It's a
'cause
roguelite.
I have an
game,
indie
but
for
it
you
looks-
guys.
Kind of, yeah.
Dude, that thing is that looks gorgeous. I'm looking at
Right?
the
Yeah.
art
The
style.
art
Yeah, it's
style and
interesting.
everything, yeah.
It's really interesting looking game.
Oh, I
It's
did.
fun.
And
It does look
speaking
fun.
of seeing things, I did end up sending you guys this, but or the TikTok for it, but I got it.
Oh, sick,
Little dragon
dude.
egg master sword.
That's cool.
And that's ending up on my shelf when?
Matt's giving a look like, so where's mine?
Excuse
Like, nice, dude. That's cool.
All right, Jerry.
Let's see. I finished Hogwarts.
I mean, there's an end to it. What?
No, there is an actual end, but along with all the side quests and all that stuff, I got to like 89% in my first go around.
Ooh.
Okay, so I have a large question for you.
Okay.
Since you finished it and you liked it a lot, and we know there's another game that you like a lot, what is the replayability of Hogwarts in comparison?
Don't
Red Dead 2.
You uttered those words.
So nothing will ever. You can't even utter
I
Red Dead
strike it from the record.
that'll just spark an inkling of like, you know what? I haven't fished in a while. I'm gonna play, but
You're welcome.
thank you. Oh, dude. If I had the time, if I honestly had the time, I would go to another house and do another run.
Really?
So
Doesn't know.
when I have
Nothing in comparison to Red Dead 2.
oh, there's nothing in comparison to Red Dead. I will like that is my end all be all like top of the list next to Uncharted and God of War. But as opposed as in account to replayability, I would definitely play it 2-3 more times.
Okay.
Absolutely. But the only reason why I say if I had the time, because I already pre-ordered and paid off Survivor, and I'm going to dive into that. That's why I also wanted to finish. And then Tears is next month, which is already paid off as well. So that's why I've been waiting for that. So that's why I finished Hogwarts, finished Res 4. God, I finished another game too. I forgot which one that was. And then I ended up starting a really cool indie game that's interesting called Dredge. It's
Dredge.
you're a fisherman on your own little fishing boat, and it's straight up like an open map. And you're just fishing. I mean, once again, right? Fishing. But you also get chased by monsters at night if you're out too long, like actual like sea monsters, like a kraken, and you also have to document them and like put them in a journal. So it's an interesting game, but it's fun. But Matt, what about you?
MLB The Show. So I
nice.
am 9-3 right now with my Rockies. So I'm actually, if you're looking at the real season, I'm about a week behind.
So when are you going to start comparing seasons with Eric?
Well, see, I do franchise. He does Diamond Dynasty. So
Drew that's a different kind of game mode.
Franchise. Yeah, it's a game mode. It's more the online components and stuff. I just do franchise. But I hate the Dodgers because they're tied with me for first place, and every time I win, they win. It's like, God, just let me go, please. And the game's still punishing me for making mistake pitches, especially at Coors Field. I throw a slider and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and it just gets put over the the fence and in center. But still a little bit more Star Trek Online, just having fun messing around with the ships and whatnot. I like that one comparative to like the Division and stuff like that, because if I need to cut out of it or stop playing it, it has checkpoints. So when you load back in, you're loading in at that checkpoint
where you left off.
And restart the entire mission all over again.
Sweet.
And then still Animal Crossing. Still working on a redesign of my island.
Another one.
Well, no, this is the one I've started kind of like last couple of weeks. I've been shifting some things around, and I'm really
because I was about to make an announcement.
It's a redesign of the redesign.
Another redesign.
It is another redesign. I'm just trying to do a layout. I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in a couple of specific areas and how I want to do it all.
Cool.
Any particular like thing that you're trying to build? Like you did the baseball.
See, that's my. So I was thinking baseball field. I was also thinking basketball stadium. I've also toyed with the idea of putting my movie theater back up and my diner.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, you
I
took down the
like I
diner? I like the
I
diner.
took down the diner for,
Oh.
but
I'm all for the movie
the-
theater. I like the movie theater.
but I have a coffee shop that's really cool. I have
Oh, sweet.
I have an ice cream shop. So I have the actual, like, think of Baskin Robbins with like the hard packed ice cream counters and stuff. I've got
Cool.
those. I've got ice counters and all. I mean, like, it's cool on that. So yeah, I'm just fiddling around with moving some stuff and seeing how it all works out and whatnot. Because I like where my neighborhood is at. I tried moving the houses, it just didn't feel right. So I actually have like a good neighborhood. And so those are gonna stay. I got my orchard moved and whatnot. So now I'm just figuring
Cool.
out the last couple pieces on the redesign. But yeah, tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably start playing a little bit of Burning Shores, the DLC
Yeah.
for Horizon.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what though? I'm not, Jason, I'm kind of torn on this, right?
Boy.
Are
Because
you a little
played
bit more
Horizon.
skeptical on it, on
I'm-
the vastness or how good it may be already, or
Yeah, I mean,
how
Horizon
it
was already a
might
big,
not be good?
how it might not be. Reason being is, like, we talked about this, right? Jerry, you and I talked about this, and
Go ahead.
you know, Frozen Wilds, right? The DLC to Zero Dawn
Zero
was
Dawn.
fantastic. It gave you a completely different area compared to what everything else
Felt
was.
like a new game. Like you got a whole
It
new
felt
piece of the game.
like a
Yeah,
good new piece of the game, right?
yeah.
This
That
time
was well
around with
done.
Burning Shores, you're basically going from San Francisco, you're going down to LA.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
pretty much the area. So
But I mean,
that
it's like a mini continuation of the game, of the story, as well as like a new. It's just like Frozen Wilds, where it's going to be a new zone. There's definitely going to be new robot dinosaurs that we're going to fight. You know, there's
Yeah.
it's going to be.
although I'm not
it's-
doubting that piece. I
yeah.
just don't know if it's going to feel quite like Frozen
If it's going to
Wilds
hit
was.
like the Frozen Wilds,
if it's going to
'cause
hit,
the
'cause
Frozen
Frozen Wilds hit
felt
good.
like it was like just another chapter in the story from the first movie. It was
Yes.
seamless. It, like you said, it was vast. It felt like it added a big chunk to the map. You
Mhm.
just don't get that kind of momentum in the Burning
Correct.
Shores.
I don't know.
It's like having a Marvel
I'm
TV
actually
series between
opposite.
movies.
Ew,
I'm actually opposite. you know?
ew,
I'm looking
bro.
forward to watching it just because I know my wife
Yeah.
will be
You
all
know,
on
you
it.
know, traitor.
Hold on.
You
loved it.
As true as that may be, I still hold true. I still enjoy him. Traitor. That
But
hurts.
yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to checking out.
I'm
Burning
looking
Shores.
forward to it, but I'm not
It's-
as excited for it.
Oh no,
But I
I'm
think
still
part of it
hyped.
is, I think part of it though, and this is, I think, part of where I am with PlayStation right now as a whole, is that they're not talking about their stuff like they used to.
That's
right.
fine.
And not even that though, like they haven't done any real advertisements, trailers, anything for.
Well,
Not for
I
games.
think
they've done
I think they're
generic
buying
generic for
time right now.
PlayStation.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been running that they've been cycling through that same trailer, the news broadcast of the PS5 and the exclusive
Oh,
games,
yeah.
like the realism. Yeah, dude. I think they're getting ready for what Nintendo's doing in September. I think
Possibly.
I think
Possibly.
they're like they have a few games coming out that they're going to ride until they're ready to make. I think they're getting ready for an announcement.
Well,
When-
Bring
we
PlayStation
have-
experience back.
Something like that. I think you're in the ball.
Here's the thing is, I don't
and
think we hear
wouldn't be
anything.
opposed.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
think we hear anything until Activision is done. I don't think they do anything real announcements, anything huge until the Activision deal is done, because one way or another, because they're
fair.
trying to play the victim.
Yeah. Well, at the same
True.
time too,
So-
like we already have in the pipeline up till like almost June-ish of
What?
like a lot of big name games, and we're just like, you
What?
know what, like,
No,
relax.
name me outside of Spider-Man 2, which is rumored for later this year. What is a PlayStation Studios title in the pipeline?
Exclusive.
An exclusive one.
Well, FF16 is
'Cause-
exclusive.
Yeah.
So,
Because like
but
I mean,
I'm talking from PlayStation
I
Studios.
mean, like
what is something
how
in the
big
pipe?
do you want it to be? I mean, like Final Fantasy 16 already is just like holy hell, dude.
Okay, but it's
That's
the
why I think
resurrected
they're
God
going to
himself,
ride. They're
HP,
going to be
is the
riding
one that's
coattails.
behind.
Yeah,
Like
that's why I
you
think
know,
they're
we also have
riding
Rebirth.
the games
We
that they have
Rebirth
coming out right now. Yeah.
We have Rebirth coming out. I mean, like we have games coming out that are going to be in the pipeline that are going to be like I can't I don't want this to be like Marvel where I get a fucking like a freaking AAA game every other month. No, like their AAA games are major games because they hit. They hit.
remakes. That's
Is
their bread and
Rebirth. Is
butter.
Rebirth a remake though? Is Rebirth like
Honestly, I don't even know what Rebirth's going to do.
exactly? I don't either.
That's a conversation for another night.
Exactly. And
know
but I
what?
mean 16 is a new one, you know. Oh, it's a continuation
It's
of
Square
like,
Enix. No, it's
yeah.
Square Enix though. But what I'm talking about is PlayStation Studios, specifically PlayStation Studios. The only thing we know of is Spider-Man 2, possibly end of this year, and we know Wolverine's in the pipe. That's it.
Yeah.
No, but
They
but
are.
Do you need more, or do you need 7
Everything-
games? Like what like
No,
one game enough is like
we're just
Oh.
saying. No, I think what Matt's trying to say is like
there-
going down the line. What do they
They're at a
have
lull.
at a lull when it
Yes.
comes to games in the next few months being announced or coming out? They really don't have anything extravagant coming out. That's why I think they're just writing whatever games that are coming out now, and they're
And which is-
waiting to make a big
That's why I
announcement.
want to. That's why I think they're waiting till the Activision thing is over with too, like to really start making banger announcements, because that's one of the tactics they've been using is that they'd be at a disadvantage with
I thought they were
what they've
already
got
close
coming
to a
up. So,
decision on that, though.
FTC is still trying to weigh in. Everybody else is saying could let it go through. So, anyways, with that, I want to thank everyone for crashing game night with us tonight. If you like what you heard, head on over to crashinggamenight.com. You can find the platform that you want to follow us on there, whether it's YouTube, audio platforms, whatever it is. But it's always pleasure having folks drop in, give us a watch. Even if you're just kind of hanging out in the background, still an honor to do this. So,
Yep.
but I do want to say this, just seems like every week something crazier happens in this world, what's going on right now, especially in the States. So just please, everybody, just take a moment and just be excellent to each other.
That's right, all you nerds. You know what? I need a call to arms to all nerds. All of us nerds, we know how to promote love. We know how to try and be patient, and we like to hope. I think we need to send out more of this out there, because yeah, man, it's we're not getting the gist. We're not getting the message here. We really got to do better, guys, and just try and be once again a little bit more patient, a little bit more kind. Everything we say here, we apply to ourselves. We are constantly trying to do better. So all of us join us to try and do a little bit better and help out a little bit. And
We practice what we preach.
right. So yeah, guys, it's getting wild out there. So just watch out for each other and be safe, and just try and be a little better. Thank you, guys. And be you.
You do you, boo.
No, you do you. You nerds be you. You be happy. You have fun.
Mhm.
Now I'm just picturing Jerry with Honey Boo Boo face.
You need a
Where
podium
is
for
she?
Jerry at this
That's a
point.
deep cut. Where is
I just need Jerry to be behind a podium now, like bro, just like But yes, out there, just be safe. I mean, my goodness, we are a third into the year. Like hopefully you guys all did your taxes. As we record this, today is tax day. So Sunday, if you're hearing this and you didn't do them, well, you're late.
Ouch. Ouch.
But you guys enjoy yourselves out there. It is another Tuesday for us. We record this. Just be safe out there. spread some love, show some compassion, you know, as Jerry always puts in his previous episodes, you know, support the groups, you know, stop Asian hate, Black Lives Matter, you know. He forgot that one because he was stealing my, you know, safety lines, but it's okay.
I gotta be honest with how you just like got sultry with your voice and closer to the camera. I was like gonna get like a little caress on the cheek here.
Yeah, you need it. You need it.
Or just a gentle
But
There you go.
hand
we'll
hold.
say
Yeah.
we
Just a
owe
whole-
we owe our listeners a proper
look
we,
deeply
we
in
owe
my
our
eyes.
listeners a
Oh, yeah.
proper close.
Oh yeah.
Let's
But
do it
Yeah.
the right way.
But I just want to,
My
you know,
man.
but no, not yet. Hold on. Jump the gun, Theo. Jump the gun. Just
Premature, my
wanted to
man.
shout out to my boy Jerry though. He called me today. You know, he initiated. He called me. He's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I said, "I gotta do something."
Hey,
I called him back. He had to do something, but I just want to point out there, tell the listeners out there, Jerry tried. Jerry tried today.
Boom. I did.
Jerry tried.
Thank
But there's
you.
one thing that Jerry doesn't have
Anyways,
to
We're
try.
proud of you, Jerry.
Is to
We're
get
proud of
this
you.
outro right. My man, Dewalski,
Yeah.
the true closer.
Well,
Send
all
us
y'all
out
out
like you
there,
do.
we love you as always. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. TTFN, ta for now.
Good night, everybody.